I'm Bob Fryer here in the AAPEX studios. I want to thank our sponsors, Repairify and Great Water 360 Auto Care for helping us out today. And right now we've got Chris Gardner. So nice, we're interviewing him twice today.
Oh,
he is the Senior VP, MEMA Aftermarket Suppliers. Good to have you here.
Thanks, Bob.
We're talking about a new approach to diagnosing safely and securely, correct? Mm-hmm. How does that affect what you do?
Well, it impacts what I do because I'm trying to help guide our members through this whole issue of accessing vehicle data, accessing
cybersecurity?
Cybersecurity, because the reason why cybersecurity is at the heart of a lot of data access and vehicle access is there are stakeholders in this industry, namely the vehicle manufacturers, that have an approach to protecting drivers and protecting cars is to lock them down so that nobody has access except whoever they designate. The problem with that is that's an old-fashioned way of thinking.
Okay.
Today, with open source, with so many entities needing to have access to software and devices and whatever, is an approach that we call the encryption approach. And that is where you use passwords and usernames and authentication and credentialing and all these things to be able to allow the people who need to have access to a vehicle or a vehicle system or the data to have it and have it safely and securely.
Yeah.
So it's the whole world of encryption is the new way of allowing access of people who should have it.
So you could have someone going in to repair a vehicle and they say, send me the information that I need, but then that information gets sent and I can't open it. Now I can't open this. Is that what we're talking about?
Yeah, sure. And if they cannot open or have access to the software on a vehicle or to the CAN bus or the systems, the sensors, the computer system on the vehicle, they're not able to diagnose, they're not able to recalibrate, they're not able to reflash and reset and do things that need to happen so that that vehicle can be put back on the road and operate safely, securely, and the way it was originally intended. So if they don't have that access, and 70% of the post-warranty work done in this country is done by the independent repair community, they need access. We all know that the OE dealers cannot handle all the needs of the US fleet.
Right.
They can't do it. The independents have to be able to service, repair, maintain, diagnose vehicles. Well, the way that happens is they have to have access to the vehicle information, the systems, to be able to diagnose and repair.
How do you move them out of the dark ages and into the modern era?
Well, combination of things.
Okay.
One would say legislation is required,
Right.
and it may very well be required. And
That sounds like a right to repair thing that's massive in this industry.
And we have the bill in the House right now is the Repair Act, and we're working really hard with our partners to get that passed, get that pushed through and passed next year. But there's also working with international standards bodies.
Okay.
There's so many of them. There's ISO and IEEE and SAE and on and on and on. All of them have developed standards around accessing critical systems by vetting and authenticating and credentialing those that need access. They're internationally accepted standards that we're working on now with a lot of these groups to implement these. And the closer we get to that, I think more we bring people out of the dark ages to recognize that, first off, the independent aftermarket repair community is vital and is needed.
70%.
70%.
That's a huge number.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that they can, in fact, access these vehicles safely and securely. It's not going to be easy, and it's going to take a long time.
Yeah, and it sounds like it'd be much more cost efficient.
Well, for sure.
Yeah.
There's no doubt about that.
Okay.
For the OE dealers to handle the capacity that's needed out there, they would have to quadruple their bay counts and all that, and
I'd like to get my car fixed faster than that. Yeah.
That's a great point, because there are so many examples of cars sitting in repair garages now for a week or two or even months, waiting on access, waiting on tools, waiting on credentials or whatever, and it's a real problem.
Chris, always good to talk to you.
Yes, sir,
Thank
Bob.
you for being here.
Thank you, sir.
And again, thanking our sponsors, Repairify and Great Water auto 360 Auto Care. Sometimes that happens. Greatwater 360 Auto Care. Check them out at Joe's Garage, where they are bringing their cutting-edge, all-in-one diagnostic capabilities to the auto repair space for the very first time. I'm Bob Fryer. We'll see you right back here at the AAPEX Studios.